Hey, Chatty McChatters. I hope y'all are well. For it is your girl, I the Fox. I've been good considering. All things considered, I've been good. Welcome to Shard Breakers playtest. Closed playtest with no rules about what I'm allowed to, about being allowed to play or not on stream. In fact, it says it's welcomed. They want me playing it on stream. So I wanted to get back into streaming with some interesting bullet heaven / bullet hell style roguelike game. Hey Fox. Let's see. Let's establish Echo. Non-channeled skill. Let's put that on the Firestorm. And we'll drag Piercing Bolt into the Echo. Alright, so the cool thing about this is, if I cast Firestorm, now Piercing Bolt will cast anywhere that Firestorm hits. Alright, here's what I want to ask. Left or right? Left is an upgrade, and right, I can never remember what the red actually means. I think it's a max health upgrade, but left is a skill upgrade. Okay, we'll go left then. But now I'm doing well, all things considered. Grisha's sister is buying a house, and we're all gonna be living in it. So that's cool. Our cat has been rescued. Alright, left or right? Now, I keep looking at Steam notifs about people playing Steam games and hoping that it's going to be Lugia's name. And also, you know what else is interesting? I didn't get to tell him before he died. I didn't get to say one last time that I loved him. The very last thing I ever said to him was literally just the word boop. Alright. Grand piano, spectral cowl, or running shoes. Or I can reroll. Increase dodge chance by 6%. Each guild grants an additional 3%. Okay, sure. Alright. Blue or red? Left or right? Red or blue? Left or right? But now I miss him. One of the last major conversations he and I had was me telling him he didn't have to buy me Everything is Crab when it comes out because he said he was going to. I'm sitting there like, no, don't spend the money on me like that. You've bought me so many games already. And he was like, I'm gonna buy it. And I'm like, and then the very last conversation was me saying, I don't know what to stream today. And then him saying, Lugia Hug Simulator. And then me saying, boop. But yeah, so I miss him. Left or right? Red or blue? Okay, we'll go right in a sec. Let me double check something on OBS's end. Is my model actually showing? Okay, good. We'll pop back over. Good. Hello. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. And I died. Let's try this again. Also, let me check something. How long until the night? Okay, only 3 minutes. Yeah. I mean, I was pretty close to... My character was pretty close to death anyways, so it's not that big of a surprise that I died. Saru, hi! But yeah, no. Right now, it doesn't go too well. Anyways. Hey, Fox Knight, do me a favor. Shout the beloved Friendu Sarumansuki VT out.
What? I got to pay a friend to get rid of that. Yeah.
So, how you doing, Saru? It does. I think it. So it's you've never seen it before because it's a closed playtest, Saru. It's definitely a bullet hell, though. Or rather, bullet heaven / bullet hell style game. Um. It's been a touch since you and I have interacted, Saru. Hey, Abby. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm feeling a touch better, Abby. I definitely can't stop thinking about Lugia. But yeah, for the most part, I'm feeling fine. It's another one of those things where a sad thing happens and overshadows all the good. I keep looking at Steam, expecting to see him launch a game. Everyone has to grieve for a little bit at some point in time. And so I wanted to take that whole week to grieve. Plus, it gives me some time to really think about things. I'm feeling a lot better about what my life in general, like the overall state of my life outside of losing him. Anyways, sorry, Elosian. Um, one of my partners, Lugia the Sea Prince, another VTuber, passed away. Sometime last week. And so I took a whole week off because of that. He hit his head and ended up with a concussion that killed him. And Dabby was managing for him. So she was also kind of affected. Um, I think I need to do this inverted, because it's not... Okay, there we go, it did do it. But no, he was pretty important to me. So I lost him, and now I'm kind of devastated. I'm feeling better now, but you know, when you're already used to losing people you love, life becomes kind of bitter when it comes to loss. And so it's hard for me to not miss him. To not feel sad. You're never prepared, even if you know that it's inevitable. Thank you for the hugs. Lightning spear? What's this? Gemini? Lightning spear. Parent skill, any skill. So if I apply this to here, I can then put lightning spear there. Theoretically. Okay. Nah. We're gonna do that. No? Can't be channeled? Cannot be channeled. Unless parent skill is also a channel skill. Okay. What happens if I use... Ha. But yeah, no. Life just has its way of making things chaotic. I had gotten that news shortly after one of our cats had escaped the house. And so I was extra devastated at that point in time. And then the same day we got the news, it was we got the news about Lugia dying. It was counteracted by the cat returning. We got our cat back that day. The same day I got the news. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure that she escaped the house on the same day that he died. Based on what I saw in the announcements about when he died. Because he had been dead for approximately 48 hours at that point. By the time I had seen the announcement. So I think, and if that's accurate, then it was the same day the cat had escaped the house, but he actually did die. And so I got the news the same day I got the cat back. Yeah. Probably. It depends. You have to take into account, Abby. Lugia lived in Australia, in a specific part of it where he was 13 and a half hours ahead of me. I believe he died that Tuesday at 10:25 in the morning, my time, which is EST. Maybe 10:26, because of when the announcement was given. And the last message I sent to him before he suddenly disappeared. Cat, can you not hook your fudging claws into my leg when you climb up onto the bed with me? Brat. Anyways, chat, I'm sorry about the heavy topic I'm saying in here. But, I mean, you know. Any non-ultimate skill. Except something's off. Has to be a damaging non-ult. Hey, cat. Please do not walk on the keyboard. What's up, Abby? That's up to you, Abby. Do you think we should? Yeah, it might be helpful. I would, if we do that, I would leave you in charge of setting things up, though. Also, how do I set people, Abby Fox, how do I set people as lead mods? Or is that not actually a thing? Twitch. Because I remember seeing that thing saying it might become a thing, but then I don't know if it ever actually happened. Okay. Let's go over to the browser real quick. Go over here to creator dashboard for Twitch. What? What? Was the help page by accident? Whoopsie. Why is it taking me to the topic catalog instead of the actual page? That link is supposed to take me to the actual page. There. Just do that. Okay. So, in community, no. Roles manager. You can only have Abby, you can only have 3 roles? Temporarily do that. So I can add lead moderator. Do I have to leave the moderator role on you? Or can I remove the moderator role now that you have lead mod? So I can put artist back on you, Abby. Also, 2 years. Half the time I've been. No, it removes it. It removes regular mod. Ah, okay. That's better. There we go. It if you remove mod, it removes lead mod. So if you add lead mod, it adds regular mod back, but it still let me re-add um artist back on. So I have to remove artist, then add lead mod, then add artist back. So complex. There we go. My lead moderators are set. Yeah, that could come in handy. I gave only certain people that trust, that power. And in that sense, I mean, I gave you, Fox Knight, Trixie, and Sarge that power. We can trust Fox Knight. What are you talking about? I'm a fox. Rats. Also, Fox Knight's only half fox. According to his lore, he's a fox ronin. He's a fox ronin that is part human. I clicked out of the screen somehow. Fiddle faddle. Let's see. Oh, and I gave Risha lead mod as well, obviously. And Cone. Risha, the partner I live with. I will bonk you. I will bonk you. Abby deserves to be bonked. Yeah, you never fleshed it out more than just saying that you were a half human, half fox Ronin, Fox Knight. Seismic Strike. Gemini cannot be channeled unless the parent skill is also channeled. Nice. Alright. Let's see. Seismic Strike. But no, so this game has a very interesting Slay the Spire style map on it. It's basically 3D Slay the Spire, in my opinion. And that's at the very basic concept of it. And I died. Again. Ay, caramba. How long have I been left? Okay. Probably a little bit more than that, but you know. Yeah, I'd say that sounds about right. Let's see, can I upgrade anything right now for one? No. The meta progression requires me to go back through again. I love this one. I love this combination. Watch this. Wait, why is it not casting? You're supposed to... What did I... What? Why is it not casting? It's supposed to cast. Hold on. We'll figure it out in a sec. There we go, there it is. Snowballs! I can throw snowballs that turn into nice little snow boulders at my enemies. Ice Fox. Your beloved Ice Fox doing her Ice Foxy thing. Whole bunch of snowballs just being thrown at the enemies whenever she wants. Until that happens. Blep. Ay, caramba. Now then. Move speed, crit damage, resource start, vitality, damage. Will make my damage be stronger. And we'll do attack speed. Alright. But no, right now this is just a playtest, and it does not have multiplayer. And it's a closed playtest, not even an open one like some of the other ones. Also, Abby, I don't know if you saw, but Hytale has officially released. It wasn't the Hytale devs that were the problem. It was the people that had the game for temporarily, but they had to buy it from, that were the problem. But they had to buy it back from, that were the problem. It's out officially. The game actually exists. I mean, though you can't buy it off of Steam because they didn't put it on Steam. You'd have to go to their website and get it. But it's officially out. It wasn't the people who made it who finished it at fault for it not finishing before. Every news article said as much, but they wanted to finish it, but the people they had to buy it from wouldn't let them until they managed to buy it. It's still cheaper than the base game. It's still cheaper than Minecraft. Minecraft usually costs $25 when it's not on sale. Yeah, I get that. Technically, my copy was gifted as well. My copy was a Christmas gift. I remember having played it before, too. What? Problems? Back. Stop clicking out of the. Them. Yeah, vampire. I get that. The V Rising. In regards to lore talk, like what you're doing with Fox Knight there, my lore basically has always been that my character is a Kitsune Yukiona mix originally. Like that was my original lore. Was that I was a Kitsune Yukiona hybrid. My lore was that, like when I started doing the whole Arctic Fox thing, the very first lore base I went with was Yukiona, because I was inspired by the character Mizure Shirayuki. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm aware. The Snow Woman can already take any form she wants. I'm aware of that. Both creatures are skilled in illusionary type things in different formats though, because she uses the snow to make herself different. But my lore was always that my character was a Yukiona Kitsune hybrid. That so again with the Kitsune thing, that also depends on which variant of Kitsune lore you want to look at too. Kitsune have a tendency to be believed to do the same thing, as do their Korean counterparts, the Gumiho. Not all lore about Kitsune. Well, there's quite a few yokai that have lore about them using alternate forms to lure people to their demise. I'm well aware of that. There's lore that there's a bridge that everyone is forgetting to cross. Why? The Tanuki Bridge. Ah, that. Okay, I think I already kind of know the answer to that question. Because of the Tanuki, right? The yokai known as Tanuki. The yokai variant of that creature, of the actual creature that is based off of. Yeah. See, I have some familiarity with pretty much every set of folklore. A basic understanding. Basic enough to recognize creatures. Stay off the keyboard, little one. Rat cats keep walking across my keyboard. One of the more interesting characters, yokai that I've heard about that has so many different variations to her lore is the Slipmouth Woman. But yes, Kappa, interesting creatures too. Didn't the Kappa used to steal children, lore-wise? What am I thinking of then? Which creature am I thinking of that? I think it was a similar yokai to the Kappa, but not the Kappa. Ah, okay, that's right. Like I said, very basic, very basic understanding. Enough to recognize creatures. But no, the Slipmouth Woman. I can never remember her Japanese name. Is one of the more interesting ones to me. That's not the Kitsune. She asks you if she's pretty. Not off the top of my. Is it Kuchi? Something like that. Yeah, I don't. I have to. I'd have to look it up again. Kushisake Ona. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. Um, that hard candy that she likes, or whatever. It's not hard candy, is it? It's candy still. How easy is it to get? by the way. Not very easy. And why does she not like the smell of or the word pomade? Because that seems like a very weird thing to have an aversion to at modern at an older creature with an older creature. Because it like says that if you say her name, say it 3 times, she like freaks out or something for some reason. That's a rather weird weakness. Not the candy. I asked about why she doesn't like the word pomade. Because it's a weird weakness, because I don't think pomade is as old as her. That had to have been something that was added later on. Ah. No, I wouldn't. Pomade's a hair gel of some sort. It's a hair care product. Yeah. Why would I be grossed out about that? It can either be. Yeah. No, I don't see any reason to be grossed out about it. Looking it up. Because. So, why was it added to Kuchisaki? Yeah, distraction. But yeah, why was it added to Kuchisaki Yona's lore? Because I'm pretty sure she's older than the 18th century and the 17th. Like, she's older than the 18th century, isn't she? So she'd have to be older than the first. Uh-huh. Interesting. That's the problem. I can't find a resource for the story, for the full story of her in English. I can only find basic, like, lore that tells me that what she doesn't like, what she likes, how to get away from her, and how she's, and the various versions of how she functions. Because there's one where if you tell her she's pretty the first time, she will slit your mouth. If you tell her she's, but there's one where she will wait until the second time. There's one where she'll wait till you go home and kill you. And it said, but every version that I saw says the best way to really get away from her is to tell her that she's average. Because she's an Onryo. Of some sort. Hi, Brat Cat. Why do you keep walking across me? Also, yokai in and of themselves can be rather dark, if you think about it. Hmm. Okay. Um. What about before Pomade would have existed? What was the lore then? Did she not have the Pomade version in her original lore? In the very first instances of her lore? Because that can't, because there was a point in time where Pomade didn't exist, but she would have still existed, right? Or is she one of the newer ones? Anyways, Chatty McChatters, thank you for joining me. As always,